Hey people, welcome to the Monday evening live stream. It is 6:30 or 6:45, I guess. 6:46 maybe. Hope you're all doing well. It's cold and windy. It's like around -1, I think, or thereabouts. Feeling more like -7 with the wind chill. It's got like winter-like temperatures here. Might have to put my hood up. Didn't bring my hat. I didn't put on my long johns either. I wasn't expecting it to be this cold feeling out here. Oh well, I guess we'll power through. So welcome everyone. Hello Vivian Johnson, Chantel, Brent Sheehan. Good to see you. Hello Serge. Ida, good to see you Ida. Ken Lan. Good evening Jada. Jake Eves, Leo Chung. My day would be better if it wasn't so cold out. What's up SG? Greg Keating is here. Good to see you. Carol Ali. Mark Lang, hello. Yeah, welcome everyone. William Elliott. It was snowing earlier today. I looked out my window and there was snow coming down. It was kind of like a little burst of snow. It didn't last very long though. Hello, Zach. Airbab, hello. Lena. Yvonne Atherton. Yeah, welcome to everyone. I'm in front of Hooker Harvey's. That's where I am. Hey, John Nicholson. So we're at Jarvis and Gerard. Hoping once I get into the walking groove here, I'll start to warm up a bit. Hello, Jacques. What's up, Wing Zero? So we're currently walking west, but I think the plan is I'm actually going to head east. I just thought I'd take Mutual Street here. This is a little street I don't often stream along. It's a nice old residential street. Hey, Chowdhury. These old townhouses are awaiting a new project. They're going to be preserved when they build some new residential buildings here, but like a lot of projects in the city for condos, things are sort of on hold. Hey, Whitby dude. Hey, Christos and Alan K. Where is the warmth, man? Where is the warmth? Feels like a midwinter day out here. Hey, Howard. Randy Ruck is in the house, I believe, also. 315 Tricky, John Gordon. Howdy, y'all. Feeling is mutual as we head up Mutual Street here. Hey, there's the Oasis Aqua Lounge. Sounds like there's a party going on in there. Isn't there always a party going on at the Oasis Aqua Lounge? This is more closer to Church Wellesley than Cabbage Town. Cabbage Town is pretty close though. Just go past Sherborne in that direction and you'll come into Cabbage Town. We've got Carlton Street here. Church Street is the next street that away. Hey Yogi, I believe it is your birthday today. At least that's what a certain social media platform told me. So if that's the case, happy birthday, Yogi. Sure, Randy, sure. Whatever you say. Hey, hello, Alex. It's a cold Mutual Street here. Cold Monday evening. These funky condos. Stephen Edwards. Lagnator, hello. I don't think I'll be doing a 3.5 hour stream tonight. Probably closer to my regular streaming time or streaming length. I think Mutual Street ends right up here at Maitland. Hello, Emerson. Hey, fall doors. And that's it for Mutual Street. So now we'll start going east. How far east will we go? I don't know. Maybe it's warmer in the East End than it is downtown. Yeah, it's about the same here, Faldors. There's the wind chill, makes it feel colder though when it's blowing. Everyone loves that wind chill. Hello, Ziggy. What's up, Susie? Warmer it is not. Yeah. Look at this nice dog. Jarvis Street views. Views from Jarvis. I'm pretty far away from the water. Just around here there's lots of tall buildings that, you know, create that wind tunnel type effect. Once I get into the East End, there won't be so many tall buildings. Maybe it'll be a less windy feeling. Hey, donkey. Guys having a walking dinner. What's up, Jefferson? Yeah, it's sort of bracingly cold, you know, just because it's this far into March. And it's like your internal body clock just objects to it feeling this cold at this time. It's like, wait a second. I don't think I can adjust to this kind of temperature this far into March. What is this nonsense? It should be warmer than this. Hello, Salida. But apparently sunset is after 7:30 now. It's nice to see it getting later and later. Looking forward to those nice, well-lit evenings. Wasn't that long ago when sunset was like before 5 o'clock. The dark days of winter are behind us. Hey, first last. The Keg Mansion over there. You can see One Bloor West. Hey, Tiana, yes. I saw that today. Talk about a tragic chain of events that probably could have been prevented, but the way things are being run right now, I'm surprised something like this hasn't already happened. The pilots did nothing wrong. I think it was an overworked air traffic controller who was all by himself while two things were happening at once. He was multitasking. And the question is, why was he all alone, right? The wind is making my eyes tear up. Here. Oh God. I heard up in Moosonee, way up in northern Ontario, by James Bay, it was minus 30 this morning, like temperature, not wind chill. The temperature was minus 30 in Moosonee, Ontario. That's insane. Hey, Queen Victoria. Alright, we're walking along Wellesley. It's crossing Sherbourne. Alright, let us continue east. Yeah, Moosonee is way up there. You can't even drive there. You have to take a train. Take a train from Cochrane. The Polar Bear Express is the train you catch from Cochrane. That will take you up to Moosonee. Alright, well, now that I've been kind of speed walking here, I do feel a bit warmer. Sort of generating some body heat here. That's just if you drive on the highway, Alan. And like I said, the highway only goes so far north. Yeah, it's about 8 hours if you drive up to like Smooth Rock Falls or Kapuskasing. That's where the highway sort of veers to the west. I think around Cochrane it starts veering to the west. So you can go straight north up to Cochrane, which is almost an 8-hour drive. And then that's as far north as you can go on the highway. And then Moosonee is way further north than that. The Urban Andrew. There's St. Jamestown. You've been to Kapuskasing? I don't think I ever have, actually. Not even passing through. Because when I went out to Western Canada on the bus, it didn't take that northern route. It took the Highway 17 route to go west. So I went through Sault Ste. Marie and Sudbury, Elliott Lake, Sault Ste. Marie. Took that way. And then of course Thunder Bay. So the furthest north I've been in Ontario was Cochrane, where I have some relatives. Hey, Hemsley, hello. That car doesn't sound very good. These old boarded up row houses. Chris Anderson, it's going okay. It was all nice and warm hanging out in my apartment all day. Just kind of chilling until it was streaming time. Actually had to hang around because some worker guys were coming to fix my door, my apartment door. It wasn't closing properly. So it's all fixed now. It would close, but you had to sort of like lift it up and move it over a bit for it to close properly. It wouldn't just close on its own. I think the hinges just sort of got a bit bent or something over time. So it was an easy fix. Now it just closes all on its own. Just give it a little push. At Parliament, so we're on the east side, sort of the east side of downtown, but we're going to go to the east end, so I'm going to go like over the river and through the hills. I'm not heading that far east. No way. So now I'm going south. So I've gone west, I've gone north, I've gone east, now I'm going south, and then we'll go east again. Except we're going away from Kenny's house. Eventually I'll be back at my house though, in a few hours maybe. Well, I better be. This is the main street of Cabbage Town. In the chat earlier, I mentioned that we weren't in Cabbage Town at that time. Well, now we are. Now we are in Cabbage Town. Hey, Carl Roth. Did they name it after Cabbage? Yeah, they kind of did actually, Tiana. You must have heard the story. I think I've told it about a dozen times maybe. Back in the 19th century, the Irish immigrants who settled this area grew cabbages in their front yards. Some grew lettuce. I'm sure they grew all sorts of different things at some point or another. Alright, let's head east again. Walk through a bit of old Cabbage Town here. Yeah, I saw some of Joe Rogan's stand-up before. It's not very good. It's not very good. I think I barely even chuckled. He was good on that show News Radio, though, like 30 years ago. That was a good sitcom. All the characters were funny. This is at Winchester Street, right in the heart of old Cabbage Town. The Winchester Street Theater right here. That's kind of neat. Hey, Felicity is in the house. What up, Felicity? This is a nice old apartment building. There aren't too many of these in old Cabbage Town here. It's mostly old Victorian row houses. You'll be lurking mostly, applying to jobs. Hopefully that goes well.
No, I gotta go now.
Hey, Rochelle. How you doing, Rochelle? Transit mobile scooter. I think those kids are wearing that woman out there. Quad Mods, how you doing? Aiden Thompson McGuire, a spectator, hello. It's got a little influx of viewers here. 300 currently watching. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sherry Brown, good to see you. Transit mobile scooter, $2 just because. Hey, thank you. Glad you could catch the stream. Much appreciated. Transit mobile scooter. Cheers to you. Got the windblown hair going on here. Johnny just finished streaming. Ah, that explains the sudden little influx of, of people. Are we going to find Joseph Bloor? Maybe I'll try that again on Halloween. I never found him last time. I'm pretty sure it's because all the leaves were covering up his grave. His grave was just one of those ones that's flat on the ground. There's no like gravestone sticking up. So if there are leaves covering it, there's no way I'd be able to see it. Hello, Jen. And Cam, hello. And Stewie is in the house with a generous tenner. Hey, good evening to you, Stewie. Thank you very kindly, Stewie. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoy the walk. We still got a long way to go. Haven't been streaming very long yet. Just over a half an hour. I'll probably stream for at least another 2 hours or so. I know my last couple of streams were like more like 3.5 hours, but I was saying I don't think tonight will be one of those. I think it's a bit chilly for my liking tonight to do a long ass stream like that. Hello, Kearney and Damon. Random Travels, hello to you. Here's the Toronto Necropolis, the spooky cemetery where Joseph Bloor is buried. Somewhere in there. And some other well-known people are also buried in there. Danube, 10 Rial for the root beer fund. Thank you, Danube. Much appreciated, Danube. Thank you very kindly. And Billy T. I think George Romero is buried in that cemetery also, the guy who did the zombie movies, right? It's kind of fitting in a way, considering where most zombies come from in those movies. Look at the dogs. Oh, is that right? Quad mods? That's cool. Hey, Deb's Crazy Daily, welcome. And hey, Dudette. spot the sky tower from here. Through the trees. It's like my new game now whenever I'm walking around is, from what spot can I see the sky tower? What part of town is it visible from? What strange little area will it be poking up off in the distance from? It snowed on and off. Yeah, we had a little burst of sudden snow earlier in the afternoon. It lasted, I don't know, maybe like 10-15 minutes, and then it just stopped. Didn't really accumulate or anything, but it was kind of blowing around. Kind of heavy too, just like a heavy little burst of snow. $350 viewers. Hey, cheers everyone. It's a cold Monday. Hey, hello, hello. The little beagle came to say hi to me. Hey, Basunin, hello. This is Riverdale Park West. That's right. Riverdale Park West. We're going to go over the river, over the Don Valley Parkway. Riverdale Park East will be on the other side. Last time I was here, it was all snowy still, and kids were sliding and tobogganing. I did a little video. Randy Ruck, $10. Don't forget something later. I'm planning to get something after the stream, actually. That is part of the plan for tonight. I have to stock up on a couple things, so thank you very, very much, Randy Ruck, for the generous 10 spot. Cheers to you, Randy. Hope you're enjoying the walk so far. Hey, thank you, Vivian, for plugging all the things. All the liking, all the sharing, all the subscribing, all the hitting of the notification bells, and all that good stuff. Come and say hi in the chat if you do all those things, if you want. It's always fun to say hi to a new viewer, a new subscriber. But lurking is cool, if that's what you want to do. What's up, Ashnix and Brett and Malin? Hello. And LOL is here. What's up? I've seen cops drive through that little path there. It's less windy here, so I was saying earlier that I was hoping it would be less windy once we moved away from the tall buildings, so it seems to be happening for now anyway. Going down some big stairs. Thank you, Chantel, also. All right, to the east end we go. We'll emerge in the Riverdale neighborhood once we come out on the other side. Yeah, I'm just shaking my head now at the stubborn persistence of these cold winter-like temperatures to just hang around. It's not even funny anymore. Even though I know it's still relatively normal, it's still, March is just like this, right? I know that. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Oh no, look at this. What the hell? There's no way to get around this. I have to walk through it. Jeez, it's deeper here. The first one wasn't too deep, so it's no biggie. This one is a bit deeper. Ay, ay, ay. It's a good thing I have these boots on, but they can only do so much, really. Hey, Lorraine McLean. Afraz, hello. Yeah, Lake Riverdale, the newest Great Lake, has formed. Hey, Vivav, hello. Whew. We have new members. How many? I missed how many new members. Thank you very much for gifting 5 new members. And who was the one who gifted it? Greg Hubers, hello. Got Picard in the house. Tea, very hot. You gifted them, Vivian? Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Vivian Johnson, for gifting 5 new memberships. Cheers to you and welcome to the 5 new members. Much appreciated, and thanks again, and yeah, welcome to all the new members. Hope you enjoy the perks that come along with that. Look at this new extension of the pedestrian bridge. That'll be handy. Hey, Toronto's Drop Music guy. There's the Don River. That is probably as cold as can be right now as far as liquid goes. Any colder and it would be solid, right? Hey, TK Jones, hello. John O'Meara, welcome. How's your river, Dawn? That's right. Quad mods. That's one way to spin it in a positive way. Carol LE, $20. The tax man said share the wealth. Holy moly, thank you, Carol LE. Thank you so much, very kind of you. Speaking of the tax man, I finally did my taxes last night. I didn't submit it yet though. I just did them to see what it would end up, what the final tally would end up. And yeah, I'm definitely paying a not insignificant sum, but maybe I'll tinker a bit more, see if I can get that number down a little bit before I finally submit it. All on the up and up, of course. There might be a few more expenses I'm not thinking of. Hey, Heartbeats Local, hello. Because you can claim things that go towards your channel, right? Like travel and that sort of thing. And of course, buying equipment, new tech and stuff like that. You can claim all that stuff. So I was just trying to think of anything that might go towards that, you know? Sometimes I'm like, because I don't always remember everything. Hey, Kathleen, hello. Burritos, yeah. Yeah, you can claim meals and stuff that were involved if you like did a live stream or something where you went around and bought food. Like the cookie stream I did with Felicity, for instance. Or the donut stream, or the croissant stream, right? I could claim those expenses. This is Riverdale Park East. That's where we are now. We're over the river. Yeah, and you can claim part of your apartment as a workspace, because I do a lot of my work for the channels obviously in my apartment, doing all the editing and uploading and all of that. That's a good chunk of what I do, is sitting in my apartment. So I can claim part of that as well, part of my rent and supplies. Yeah. Footwear, I never thought of that. I'm not sure about that one. So I don't have to submit it right away. I'll just sort of keep it saved for now. Eventually I'll just settle on a acceptable sort of amount and then I'll hit submit. In any case, I'm going to be paying a hefty sum, right? That's just part of the game, part of the full-time YouTube game. No tax returns. Those days are over. Hello, Simon. I eat a lot of burritos, right? Declare the pennies on my eyes. Taxman. I'm the taxman. Yeah, I'm the taxman. It is the Dawn Jail. The old Dawn Jail. It's not a jail anymore. Hey, get to the tower. Get to the tower. There it is. Get to it. Get to the tower. Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. We were just doing some beetles and now we got some stones. Claiming encounters with dinguses. I wish. I wish. Then I'd probably get a return. Shannon Baker, hello. Yeah, we saw your river, now we're seeing your jail. It's part of the hospital now, I think. Like maybe offices or whatnot. I'm not exactly sure what's inside there, but the big hospital building is attached to it now. Bridgepoint. Oh, here's the history of the Dawn Jail right here. If you want to pause and read at some point. How many were hanged? Oh, it probably says on that plaque. Here's a library. Toronto Public Library, the Riverdale branch. The Riverdale neighborhood. This is also East Chinatown here. Hey, Macedon. Yeah, I like to get out of the downtown bubble every once in a while, right?
How did you know? What else? How did you fucking know?
I think those guys are sloshed. Just a couple of drunk guys. Hey Pamela, how you doing? Galaxy Fresh Foods and Hardware. Hello, Jillian. And if anyone said hi, if I missed your greeting, sorry about that if I didn't see it. I promise it wasn't on purpose. Hello, Ruben. Yeah, it doesn't feel as cold now that we're heading east here over the river. I think I just got some body heat going here also. My day was okay. I just kind of chilled at home until it was time to head out. I can hear someone coming up behind me. I'll let them go. Hey, we're hitting 400 viewers. That's good to see. It's a Monday evening, right? I guess it's like there's nothing going on tonight. I might as well watch Ken walk around, trying not to freeze. It's one of the benefits of a boring Monday night. You eat pips for breakfast. Hey Rob, hello. Like Pips is in Gladys Knight and the Pips. Does Gladys Knight know that you've eaten her pips? Are the Pips still alive? Is Gladys Knight still alive? Jeez. Hey, the boutique, hello. Ah, I get it. Well, I'll just imagine that it's Gladys Knight's pips. It seems like more fun. Mark Lang, hello. Yeah, cheers everyone. If you're a new viewer, welcome. Come and say hi if you want. You do have to subscribe though in order to participate in the live chat. But it's a total freebie if you want to do that. Hit the notification bell though if you do subscribe, so you won't miss my next stream. I do these regularly, about 3 times a week. I'll do a live stream, and all the rest of the days of the week I post pre-recorded videos. I've never noticed this before. That's quite the paragraph there. Maybe I'll just do this and then later on I'll pause and read it. I don't feel like trying to read it right now. But for anyone who wants to, you can pause and read. They're in Chicago, the other windy city. It's windy in Toronto a lot, including tonight. I guess when you're a city sitting on the shore of a giant Great Lake, you're bound to get some wind. Alright, no worries, first last. Thanks for checking it out when you can. Hello, Daniel. Am I walking to Gerrard Square? I'm not going to walk in the mall, but I'll probably walk right up to the mall. I did go into it another time, though, if you remember, and a very cute security guard asked me to leave. And then, more recently, I went into the Dufferin Mall in the West End, and I was also asked to leave by a security guard I was not the slightest bit attracted to. Hey, the color purple. And hello, Roro. I wonder if that security guard is working tonight at the Gerrard Square again. I'll go in again and go, hey, we meet again. We have to stop running into each other like this. I didn't even get her name. So, views from Gerrard. Kind of a neat lighting look right now at this time. To buy her a meal. She should offer to buy me a meal. I'm just walking east, not really going anywhere in particular. I'm thinking maybe once I get to Pape, I'll go north up to the Danforth, Greek Town. So let's just say for now I'm going to Greek Town, and then after that, probably back towards downtown. Hello, Oscar. Roro, are you not the same person as the Vive Ave? You're saying the exact same thing. Some odd fixation with zombies. We were talking about George Romero earlier, so I guess there is a zombie connection with Toronto, right? Just not in the way you're thinking or talking about. A crying hippie. Kearney, $15. Are people driving any less, or is it just dinner time? I think it's just sort of a quietish sort of Monday evening, and here in this part of town, the traffic isn't usually too crazy. And I guess it is dinner time also on top of that. So maybe it's a combination of a few things. It's cold tonight also. There's not as many people out and about. Thank you very kindly for the $15. Much appreciated. A Lumiakin. Is that right? Yeah. Some people just have this bizarre fixation on bashing Toronto, you know? It's like a derangement syndrome, Toronto derangement syndrome or something. Hey, baby top, how you doing? Hey, Bob Rob. Hey, cheers. That's very kind of you to say. That's, no one's denying that there are people like that. Pretty much every big city in North America really will have some of that these days, unfortunately. Even small cities, not just big cities. Even like small cities like my hometown, North Bay, you see that sort of thing now. It's by no means just a Toronto thing. And it's by no means nearly as bad as people make it out to be either. We've been walking for like over an hour now and we really haven't seen much of anything like that, have we? Toronto's hip and with it. I used to be with it. And then they changed what it was, and now what I'm with isn't it anymore. And what is it is weird and scary to me. Hey, Mitchell. Going over the pedestrian bridge here. So there's the mall, Gerrard Square.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. Good.
Recording, eh?
Just doing a live stream.
Oh, no. Well,
oh damn it!
don't do a live stream.
Oh no!
It'd be nice if you weren't fucking walking.
Okay, pal. This guy's crashing out because I'm live streaming. Yeah, the guy is literally out of his gourd. He's literally insane. Check out that view. How am I in your way?
You're in the way.
You can go right past me. Go ahead.
Right past you into the wall.
No, around there.
No, you should show it on the stream. Right into the wall. That'd be awesome. I already lost my board once thanks to you.
I just wanted to come and look at the skyline view, man. That's all I wanted to do. They're building a new station here for the Ontario line, right near here. What the heck? I'm getting funneled through all kinds of weird passageways here. Looks like I'm getting funneled over here. The construction is preventing me from going up Pape Street or Pape Avenue. Yeah, the guy's out of his mind, right? Nothing he was saying was making any sense, so no sense trying to argue or reason with the guy like that. Just step aside and let him go past and continue on his way, basically. Hey, AA, hello. Hey, have a good night, donkey. So now I'm walking through an alley. I was not expecting to be walking through an alley, but I guess I am. Feeling all right, William. I just had a chill day hanging around the apartment. All right, so I do emerge here. I think I can get back on track right over here. Hey, limitless thinker. North on Pape. There's the Vampire Mansion from What We Do in the Shadows. That show. Really funny show that was on FX. It finished its run last year, I think, but I was a big fan. What's up, NF? Or NF5? Am I lost? Not at all. I just had to take a little detour there due to the construction. I'm on Pape. We're heading north up Pape Avenue. Yeah, lots and lots of US shows are filmed in Toronto. What We Do in the Shadows on the show. That house is supposed to be in Staten Island. Yeah, I should get a special Dingus tax break or something, right? Hey Mo, hello. $100 each dingus. Show called Boston Blue, yeah. But more and more often there are shows shot in Toronto where they actually take place in Toronto also. Shows that even get aired on American network TV, right? Where Toronto is just playing Toronto. Like Rookie Blue was a show like that. Flashpoint was a show like that. I think there's a couple of medical hospital type shows also. Like recently, just in the last few years. They're almost all cop shows or medical type shows. I think Saving Hope was one. Just trying to remember all these shows. There was one called The Listener or something like that. Also, that was on like 10 years ago or more. Another Toronto show. I think it was on NBC. What's up, Derek? That's every new show is either a cop show or a medical show. Yeah, more or less. On network TV anyway. Broadcast TV, you don't see a lot of good cutting edge television anymore on broadcast TV. Those days are mostly gone. Like something like Twin Peaks now would never air on broadcast TV. It would be on like a streaming network or something. And now there's like Law and Order Toronto. Claim a dingus rebate. I should ask each dingus for a receipt. Kenneth P.I. I think there was a P.I. show that was set in Toronto, right? With Jason Priestley. Brandon from Beverly Hills 90210. Hey, whoa. Hello, hello. This is called Private Eyes. Yeah, Private Eyes. NF got it. Is this Nancy Mattis? Is that who NF is? Yeah, it's windy. It's windy tonight. Cold and windy. Like a winter evening. Not very spring-like. No, you're not Nancy Mattis? Okay. I thought I recognized the little picture there. Hey, John Rocks. Ed the Sock Cop Show. Wait for this car. Whew. My hand is getting cold. Holy. Getting the frozen claw thing going on here. My hand is turning into a claw. A frozen claw. Alright, coming into Greektown. Hello, Glitter Hoof. It sounds like it would be part of a unicorn's anatomy or something. If I picture a unicorn in my mind, I picture its hooves being all glittery. But, you know, that's just me. Yeah, of course I remember Ed the Sock. He's still around on Facebook. He has like a Facebook page where he posts little Ed the Sock type comments about various topics. He's fairly political these days in his commentary.
What are you taking pictures of people for?
It's a live stream. Jeez. Another one. The people are miserable, yeah. What the F am I taking pictures of people for? Well, I'm not exactly taking pictures of people, but even if I were, that's a thing called street photography that is a very common practice among photographers in this day and age. There are whole books you can peruse of street photography. Hey Neville, how you doing? This is a toy store. How did I not notice this before? Or maybe I did, and I just kind of forgot about it. Treasure Island Toys. Hey, Crystal Pitts Halliday, hello. Just walking through a Greek town. Yeah, imagine if street photography was not legal. There'd be no pictures you could look at of like cities from like 50 or 100 years ago, you know, see what all the street scenes, the people, what they're wearing, all the old cars, all the old stores. Imagine what a sad world that would be if you couldn't look at stuff like that. Like, what did Toronto look like in the 1920s? I don't know. There are no existing photographs. How about the 1950s? Beats me. Have to just ask an old person, I guess. Hey, old person, what did Toronto look like in the 1950s? There are no photographs for us to look at. Imagine that. Hey, what's up, Mark M? And I'm sure you've all seen those really old films of like Toronto or New York or whatever from like the very earliest days of filming, right? Like in the early 1900s, where you look at those really old reels, film reels of the streets of downtown with everyone walking around with their top hats on and all the horse and buggies and stuff like that. I mean, aren't you glad that we have those to look at now and go, wow, look at that. Maybe in another 100 years people will be looking at these live streams and doing the same thing. People have had 100 years to get used to it, and they're still freaking out seeing someone walking down the street filming. Surprised their heads didn't explode 100 years ago when people were doing it with those big ass cameras they had then. What's up, Choppy? That's my rant for tonight, I guess. The Monday night rant. Yeah, it was a novelty way back then, so people tended to be like, ooh, what's that? And they would all like smile and stare at it. Hey, Jack CW, hello. Beardy cards. Is this where you buy like Pokemon cards and stuff like that? I saw a thing on the news just last night that places like that all over are starting to get robbed because some of the Pokemon cards are valuable. Like armed robbers will just waltz in there with guns even when there's customers in the store. Go back up. What did I miss? Did I miss something, Alan? Jack CW, a member for 1 month. All right, thank you. Thank you, Jack CW. 1 month of membership. Cheers to you. Thanks, Ellen, for letting me know. So 4-leaf clover. I remember when I was a kid, I would try so hard to find a 4-leaf clover. I would just be on my hands and knees looking at clovers. And when I did find one, I felt like it was like finding $1 million or something, and then I have to show everyone, look, I found a 4-leaf clover. It's like the best day of my life. Hey, no worries, Choppy. Just watching is awesome support. I did find 4-leaf clovers. They do exist. 100, you found one? Yeah? Yeah, they're real. It's not just a myth. It's not like a leprechaun. Tina to me, hello. Oh, did we get some new channel members again? Deb's Crazy Daily sent 5 memberships. Holy cow, thank you. Deb's Crazy Daily, and welcome to the 5 new members. Unfortunately, I can't see who they are here in my Prism software. Doesn't show me. But welcome to all 5 new members. Hope you enjoy it. And thanks again, Deb's Crazy Daily. Fantastic support. Cheers, Debs, and welcome again, everyone. You're a street photographer? Yeah, that's complete nonsense, right? I'm sure the cops just were like, disturbing photographs, okay. Just like this is a disturbing live stream. Oh, so disturbing. Did Choppy get one of those memberships? That's awesome, if that's the case. Yeah, over 400 people. Not too shabby for a cold Monday night. Feels a bit windier walking west again here, though. Yeah, and that's just random when people are chosen. Unless you can purposefully choose individual people when you gift memberships. I'm not sure if that's something you can do. Maybe you can choose them or select them to be chosen randomly. But in any case, it's cool that Choppy got one since he was just talking about it. Hey, Jeff Baloney Ferry, hello. You can't choose? Okay, so that was just kismet, I guess, you know? The universe was listening. The universe was listening. Hey, BG, hello. On watch time and chat participation. Okay. So I'm learning things about my own channel here. Hello, Linda Jane Jackson. Danforth Music Hall is all dark. I guess no show tonight. No show at the Danforth Music Hall. But look, April 5th, the Wonder Years. I know that's a band, but to me, the Wonder Years is just one of the best shows of all time. Maybe my favorite TV show, like network broadcast TV show of all time. Kevin and Winnie, those two crazy kids. And Paul Pfeiffer, the friend who was allergic to everything. Hey, Hero Monaco. If they're here. Maybe they're not here. Sometimes I just see a name being mentioned and I think that means they're in the chat. Yeah, that's something anyone can do if they want, is to block someone else in the chat for whatever reason. It's something everyone has the ability to do. If it makes the chat more pleasant for them, that's perfectly fine. The walking is making you tired. Trying to block me first last. Try to warm up my hand here. Waiting for these long ass lights. It's a pizza, pizza. I don't feel like walking over the Bloor Viaduct. It's going to be really cold and windy, so let's go down Broadview. Kind of going full circle almost here. I'll be walking past an area I walked past earlier, but I guess that's just what's going to happen. Yeah, I'm at Broadview now, heading south down Broadview from Danforth. I am walking a bit fast tonight since it is so cold. Looks like that odd burger did not last. I wonder if the one on Church Street at Dundas is still okay. Almost coming up on 2 hours. Did we get to 10,000 steps yet? I don't think I'm at 10,000 yet. I think by the time the stream is over, I'll be over 10,000 now. Somewhere between 10 and 15,000 would be my guess. Yeah, I tried the odd burger near my place at Church in Dundas. I thought it was pretty good, and the prices were also pretty reasonable, you know. The fries were okay too. Hey, congrats Gertage, 101. You're officially on your way to 200 subs now. There's a house, I think, where one of Toronto's former mayors used to live. Actually, not mayor, or was he a mayor? Let me check here. A chairman of the Toronto Transit Commission. Okay. Oh, his father lived in the house right next door, who was a politician. The first black politician elected in Toronto. From over 100 years ago. Here's the father here. The first black elected politician. Elected to city council in 1894. Mr. Adams Apple, hello. I'm a bit envious of the people who live on the upper floors of these buildings looking west, because they have an amazing view of the city. Because even from ground level here, the view is amazing, right? Of the skyline. Imagine what it must be like from like 15 or more stories up. It must be like incredible. And those are old apartment buildings that are rent controlled too. I bet you the apartments are probably pretty big also. And soundproof. Does a membership entitle you to? If it's a Metropolis Dweller membership, which is the highest level, then you get a member's video every month, an additional video that only Metropolis members can see. My monthly members video. Those really tall, skinny pencil skyscrapers, Rochelle, a lot of people agree that they sort of ruin the New York skyline. I don't mind them, personally. They do look a little too skinny from some certain angles, you know? Like, they almost don't look like buildings. They just look like tall toothpicks or something from certain angles, but I think I still dig them now. Just the sheer height of them impresses me. But I can understand people who don't like them. Like Toronto's starting to get a couple of buildings like that now. But they're not quite as tall and not quite as skinny, so they don't look quite as odd. Like the Sky Tower and One Bloor West are two new super talls, and they're at opposite ends of the skyline, so they're far apart from one another, like about 3 kilometers apart from one another. But I think they actually enhance the skyline. Oh, Dingus tier membership. Yeah, we'll get the awesome skyline view in a minute. Just getting past these trees here. Riverdale Park East skyline view. For those who haven't seen it, you're in for a treat. It's a world-class skyline. One of the best in the world, and that's not even hyperbole. Cheers, everyone. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things, hit all the buttons. Come and say hi in the chat if you're new. No pressure, though. Never buffered here before. Oh well. See Sky Tower there with the crane, the green crane. There's the CN Tower, of course. Financial district. Got the Aura. There'll be another super tall going up right beside the Aura. It's actually already going up. You can see the crane a bit. So pretty soon that Aura building will be surpassed by a taller building right beside it. The next year or so. One Bloor West is up at that end with the illuminated crown. Gotta love it. I can get the whole thing. No, it's not very good when it's on wide angle. Looks so far away. Yeah, this is Riverdale Park East. Hey, PD. It is a sweet view. Yeah, Riverdale Park East. That's what this park is called. Riverdale Park West is across the valley. We were at Riverdale Park West a while ago. Hey, East Cypher, hello. Hello, Ernest. Bonsoir. See all the way up to Yonge and St. Clair. Got more skyline way up there, Yonge and St. Clair. And Yonge and Eglinton, you can't see it, it's behind the trees. That's up in Strides Land. Hey, Diva Tequila is here. All right, let's cross. Yeah, it's been a while, Diva Tequila. Tequila. You caught me. Alright, so now we're going down along the stretch of Broadview that I walked down earlier, but this time I'm going to keep going down Broadview past Gerrard. I think the plan is I'll go down to Dundas, so I'll go south to Dundas, and then once I get to Dundas I'll start going west back into downtown. Some skyline views over there. Through the trees. Hello, Hannah. Maybe Chantel. I might be heading there, yeah. Hey, Basketball Maven, hello. Past 2 hours. I'm in like power walking mode here. Just to stay warm, really. Have a good night, John Rocks. Glad you could catch it. The stream, that is. Have a good night, Vivian. Maybe John Rocks is saying good night to Vivian instead of to us, but in any case, have a good night, Vivian, if that was the case. And John Rocks, maybe? I'm trying to keep up. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Sometimes the chat goes by pretty quick. Alright, we're back at the Don Jail again. I'm experiencing deja vu here. Deja vu, get it? You stayed at the hospital here at the Bridgepoint. Oh. I hope it was as enjoyable stay as can be, I guess, right? Under the circumstances. Hello, East Story. I should do another Ken karaoke. Yeah, I've had a few ideas. I just haven't been feeling in the karaoke mood lately, I guess, but I'm sure it'll come back. There's a few songs I was thinking about trying. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky to keep an eye on the outside world and also keep an eye on the chat, depending on how much is going on, right? When the chat's really busy, obviously it's a bit harder. And when the outside world is really busy, it makes it harder to look at the chat. And if they're both really busy, then yeah, I might miss something. Hey, Scott. Alright, so now we're heading south of Girard here. I haven't walked through this area yet. This is just more of East Chinatown. And that cool record store is down here also. Pop music, pop music. Got a CBGB t-shirt. The legendary New York Club. No longer open, unfortunately. I think Toronto's sort of analog of CBGB's would be the Horseshoe on Queen Street, and that's still open, thankfully. The Horseshoe is still open. Because they both started out as like a country blues kind of bar, you know, and then they evolved over the years to being just like a live music venue that had like punk bands and stuff like that. There's Hugh's room. That's where you can catch some jazz music, I believe. I think they had to find this new location after their other location was no longer available some years back. So as far as I know, it's still open here. Majestic 6'7". Yeah. If I was standing on 1 foot tall heels, I guess I would be. Although the heels I have now are probably about 1.5 inches. So I'm probably a magnificent 5'8.5" right now. It's Sherry's. There we go. Oh, Sherry. And we're at Dundas. Apparently that song has a lot of fans. I think that song was about one of Steve Perry's actual girlfriends, that all the other guys in the band didn't like her. I'm not sure if that's her in the video or not. But I think that's about a real woman that he was dating. Steve's health is not that great. Oh, that's sad to hear. Let's not bring nonsense into the chat. If you're here just to bring nonsense into the chat, just, how about lurk? Just watch and lurk. You know, we don't need to hear your thoughts or need to read your ramblings. You're welcome to watch, though. Yeah, some people contend to this day that Steve Perry had the greatest voice in rock music, right? Yeah, just read the chat rules down below. And if you're thinking of commenting anything that goes against those chat rules down below, then just don't do it. Just rethink that. It's not that hard, really. Just be cool, man. Is it too hard to just be cool? You were the actual cherry in the video. Hey, who knows? Who's to say you're not? I don't know. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Richard. How you doing? Hey, yeah, David Bowie also had a great voice. I'm just repeating what some people have said about Steve Perry. Doesn't mean that's what I necessarily think. I'd have to think about it. Who do I consider to be the greatest voice in rock music? I don't know, that's a hard one. I'd have to ponder that. Oh, that was his girlfriend? Okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. So, as I was saying, I think the story goes that the other band members didn't like her at all. And they were glad when they broke up. Hey, Chris Mills, hello. Hey, we're coming back into downtown. Going back over the Don Valley again. The Don and the Don. Geddy Lee. I like his voice, but a lot of people can't even listen to Rush because of his voice. I think the higher and more screechy it is, the better. That's how I kind of view it. Like the 1970s stuff, when his voice was at its peak. I think that's the most fun to listen to. Hello, Daily Course. Coming back into downtown, and there's the tower again. There it is again. Get to it. Get to the tower. There it is. Yeah, Scott, his voice is insane. 2112, his voice is insane, man. Friend is staying at the Chelsea Hotel. That's pretty close to where I live, just up Gerrard Street. Yeah, the grocery store that I go to, most of the grocery stores downtown are open until 10 o'clock on a Monday night. or on pretty much every night really, except for Sunday, might be a bit earlier. Maybe even on a Sunday they're open until 10 o'clock. I don't know, I never really go there much on a Sunday, but it's open. A Strawberry Field Ferry. Alan K, $3, a little help to rectify the tax payments. Thank you very much, Alan K. That'll definitely come in handy for that. Cheers, Alan. It's windy now again, as you can see. Woo! The wind! The wind! Woo! The wind-blown locks. Right, crossing River Street. So near the river. This is Regent Park. Walk through a bit of Regent Park here on Dundas. Former bad neighborhood. I think it's Pop's Cannabis. I wonder how Mom feels about that. Yeah, Darby Mills had a really awesome voice, yeah. Or has. I think she's still performing, isn't she? The wind is making my eyes all teary again. Yeah, now that we're surrounded by tall buildings again, the wind is nasty as F here. Yeah, it's awesome that Kate Bush had a bit of a resurgence, right? Thanks to Stranger Things. I probably never imagined that song of hers would become more popular than it was in the first place when it first came out. Like 40 years later. Here's the actual park of Regent Park. It's both a neighborhood and a park. I remember I used to watch Kate Bush videos on Much Music. They'd play late at night on a show called City Limits, which showed like alternative videos, alternative music in the 80s. And I always thought they were weird. I was like, what is this weird stuff? I mean, I liked some weird music, but at that time I was like, I don't know. I don't know if this is my cup of tea or not. I actually have old VHS tapes of those shows, you know? Like 40-year-old VHS tapes. Used to just record all the shows on Much Music. Hey, welcome back, First Last. Was that right, Scott? When UHF TV was a thing. Well, there are still over-the-air channels on the UHF dial, right? Hello, Candice. Welcome. Carol Pope. Yeah. Wasn't she in the band? Was it Rough Trade? Was that Carol Pope? One of the Toronto bands from that time. And there was another band just called Toronto. A band from Toronto called Toronto. I remember the Rough Trade had some kind of pretty edgy music for that time, you know? With like lesbian themes and whatnot in the lyrics, which were sort of pushing the envelope, you know, for the time that they came out, right? Like High School Confidential. Sean Kelly from North Bay, yeah. He was my neighbor in North Bay. He lived like, we both lived on the same street. His house was just like 2 houses down from my street, or my house. Yeah, so his house was 2 houses down from my house on Princess Street in North Bay. So I know him. I mean, we weren't buddy or anything, but I know him. We know each other. I knew his sister actually better than him. I used to hang out with some people, and his sister was part of the group of friends that we would hang out in or with. Almost at Parliament and Dundas and the Freshco. Yeah, I think we're alone now. Yeah, that is a cover song, yeah. There was a bunch of songs in the 80s that were popular that were covers of 1960s songs. Another one I can think of is that song, Always Something There to Remind Me. And Tainted Love also was another one. Woo. Well, I think it's time to warm up in the Freshco. We made it to the 2.5 hour mark just about here, so I'm going to start to wrap it up. Let my hands thaw out. So thanks everyone for joining me on the cold and windy Monday night stream. Mostly an East End walk tonight. We did start downtown on the east side, then we eventually made our way out of downtown over the river into the East End. Took a walk along Gerrard. Had a strange encounter on the pedestrian bridge by Gerrard Square. Then we had a nice walk along the Danforth through Greektown and back downtown again. So it was a pleasure. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. Hope to see you in my next live stream in the next couple days, probably on Wednesday. So once again, make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I go live next. And then tomorrow night I'll be premiering a pre-recorded video on the channel around 7:15 in the evening. So hope to see you in the live chat while we watch that one together. I'll be in the chat for that. So thanks again everyone, and thanks to the mods, Alan K and Vivian, and Yogi was here also, and happy birthday once again to Yogi. And a big thanks to everyone for all the awesome support with the Super Chat, Super Stickers, and the channel memberships. Lots of new channel members tonight. So thank you everyone, new subscribers, new channel members, supporters, each and every one of you. It's been a fun night tonight, but I'm ready to go home and get warm now and have some dinner. So I'll see you all in the next one. Till next time, I will continue. Have a good night, all. Yabba dabba, I'm out of here.